A brief moment of normalcy for teenager Julia, who's working off some stress in this temporary shelter. It's now home for her, her family, and more than 400 other people who have fled an intensified, ongoing turf battle between two rival drug gangs. She says her hometown of Mir, located less than 1 hour from the U.S. border, is under siege. It's been that way for the past year and intensified last week with the killing of a cartel leader. Many people fled, fearing for their lives.
There are firefights all the time. Some last more than 2 to 3 hours. Bullets have hit our home. We couldn't leave the house.
Now she's worried about her pregnant mother, who's about to give birth to her fourth sibling, and her father, who hasn't been able to work for weeks.
It's a little like Iraq. There are constant explosions. They burn houses, cars, and even attack civilians just walking in the street. We are living in a nightmare that we want to wake up from, but we can't.
They fled here to the town of Miguel Alemán, where the local government created this makeshift shelter in a local recreation center. It provides most all their basic needs, including health care, play areas for the children, and even free haircuts.
Food supplies are coming in from church organizations and non-governmental organizations in this part of Mexico. Some of it's also coming in from Texas. The process of feeding families here is non-stop. This morning alone, these women served 400 meals. They're expecting the number could go up to 600 because the families just keep coming.
The town's mayor says he has enough supplies to keep the people here safe and well-fed for months to come. But he worries the violence could reach his town too.
We're not exempt from the violence, but here we have a stronger army presence that might help keep us safer.
Julia's dad is hoping the federal government can stop the violence in his town, but he's doubtful. The uncertainty is wearing on his nerves, and he has no idea when he can take his family back home.
It frightens me to live in that town. I'm thinking about my baby that is on the way. This should be a happy time for my family, but when I think about the reality of what's happening in my town, I'm gripped by fear.
And so they will continue to wait and pray that the bloodshed, which has harmed so many communities in northern Mexico and threatens so many others, will end soon. Frank Contreras, Al Jazzera, Miguel Alemán, Mexico.